Tomorrow, Channel 4's award-winning documentary about top referee David Ellery. Football Stories is at 9 o'clock, and it's cricket now on 4 with highlights of the one-day match between England and Pakistan.
Sport on 4 with Stepstone Online Recruitment. Your first step to success in your career, your life, your future.
England, it's fair to say, are now well and truly behind the 8-ball. Not good, that, is it? And given present form, what's to come doesn't bode well either. 8 bowlers were tried against Pakistan, both at Edgbaston and Lords. And at Lords, 8 Pakistan batsmen sufficed. For identification purposes, not that he needs it, Inzi wears 8 on his back. But on Tuesday, the big man didn't add to the 8,000-odd one-day international runs he'd already got. In fact, back-to-back ducks for Inzi. Meanwhile, England's 8, that's the irrepressible one, our Goffey, got within a Jaffa of Beefy Botham's limited overs record. You should remain watching this space. He's level now. 8 of those selected, bat in hands, including the aforementioned, couldn't get into double figures in that thriller at HQ. Busy day for the gateman, I guess. 80% of the run chase, and several records to boot, came from these two, Messrs Trescothick at the top and Shah at the bottom. So, an 8th successive defeat in the limited overs game for England. 1 over that 8, courtesy now of the wretched Australians, has proved to be one too many for this roadshow. Irrepressible indeed, and irresistible, these two men, two of the most outstanding characters to have played cricket for England, and both have 145 one-day wickets to their name. There's the England side for the game against Pakistan at Headingley, unchanged, so Paul Collingwood retains his place. England were put into bat, and Nasser Hussain was seen having a little knock. Thank heaven for it too. That finger is all right for the Ashes. There is the Pakistan side, lots of changes. Saeed Anwar's back, Shahid Afridi at the top of the order still, and there is a debut for Fazal Akbar right down the bottom of the list there. The seamers are plagued by injury, so a man with no name, we shall call him Akbar for the duration of this match, makes his debut.
First ball, Wakar to Trescothick. And a devastating first ball. An in-swinger to the left-hander. Almost a nothing stroke played by Trescothick to that ball, swinging in from outside the off-stump. Beautifully bowled by Wakar Yunus.
And what a start for Pakistan and disaster for England. This ball fallen. Trescothick playing all round that. And that's a complete disaster for the England team. Trescothick, their #1 batsman in this cricket so far this series. He's gone for naught. England 1 wicket down with no score on the board.
And that was a leading edge where he turned Stewart around in the defensive stroke. And that's beautifully bowled. It's the away swinger to the right-hander. And Stewart's off the mark, and happily for the team, so is England. What a start in front of not a packed house so far, but it probably will be later. Pakistan won the toss and put England in, not because of what happened in this over, although they might have thought there was going to be a bit in the pitch. A brilliant over from Wakar Yunus.
First duck in 21-day internationals for Marcus Trescothick. He was like a rabbit, static and shocked in the headlights as Waka burst through him. He clearly just didn't move at all or pick the ball up. Good toss to win, no question about that. Plenty for this Headingley pitch. It's moving around, seaming and bouncing. And this guy on debut, Fazal Akbar, was giving terrific support to Waka Younis. You see the bounce is uneven too. That's the problem. Sideways movement is one thing, but uneven bounce is another. And when it hits you there, oof. Well, Doc, take away the pain, but leave the swelling. Akbar again getting movement. Look at that. The ball jagging away. This is a guy called up from the Bolton League, where he's playing at present, and he's making international batsmen suffer at Headingley, where there is a great deal of movement. Plenty for Alex Stewart to think about. He's been featured in the News of the World and the Sunday Mail, an exclusive. Apparently they say he's been avoiding an interview with Lord Condon. Not so, says Alec. I am available for an interview with the ACU whenever they want me. He said, in fact, I'd like to clear my name. A wicket down and England struggling.
That's an easy catch. That has flown at Nick Knight off, well, I'd say just fractionally short of a good length. Has completely taken him by surprise.
Nick Knight totally dejected. Feels he could do nothing about that delivery. Saw a ball the previous over from Waka Younis, bouncing off a length to Alex Stewart, and this one doing the same, going off a length. Nick Knight getting turned round, taking the splice of the bat. Simplest of catches for Shahid Afridi. Nick Knight absolutely dejected with what happened on the wicket there. And England off to a dreadful start. Michael Vaughan, bit of an understatement to say shorter runs in this series, but he knows these conditions well at Headingley. Been really successful this season for Yorkshire here. Good seam from Waka Younis, this ball jagging away, and Vaughan showing good technique, playing late, and that ball going past the edge.
Not a bad shout. Just a bit too much movement, nipping in. That's a beauty. In the air and dropped. Looks a straightforward chance, a simple catch to cover. Joseph Yohana, who dropped Trescothick at Lord's, has put another down.
That's, well, unbelievable. Just trying to drive on the up, and Joseph Yohana's had a poor series, really, in the field. Dropped Marcus Trescothick on 6 at Lord's. Marcus Trescothick went on to score 100. And now he's dropped a very, very simple chance off Michael Vaughan.
I think we'll stick with Ian Bishop's word. Unbelievable. That was a very straightforward catch, and Yusuf Yohana, well, he's culpable, as he was at Lord's when Butterfingers, he put down Marcus Trescothick, and Trescothick went on to get 136. 29 for 2 England, 10 overs gone, and they are finding it very tough, as the Manhattan chart shows.
Michael Vaughan has faced 16 deliveries and only has 2 singles to his name. An edge and caught. Waka Younis has his 3rd wicket. Younis Khan, the catcher. Good captaincy and good bowling.
Extremely good captaincy by Waka Younis. He had that extra man in the slip position for the newer of the 2 batsmen, Michael Vaughan. And it's very difficult to drive on the up here at Headingley. That's what Michael Vaughan did. There's always movement in and away from the bat. And the 3rd slip came into play. Extremely good captaincy, good cricket by Pakistan. Michael Vaughan gone for 2, 30 for 3 England.
Waka Younis on the attack. That's very close. Very close indeed. Waqar Younis can't believe it. That's the LB shout. Now watch Waqar Younis's reaction. His body language is showing, in my eyes, that he's unhappy with the decision.
Almost looks like a test match.
Out! A good catch. The wicketkeeper might have put him off, but Inzamam-ul-Haq has clung onto it. England 4 wickets down now. Shah's gone for only 3.
It's beautiful delivery, beautiful bowling once again by Waqar Younis. He's really been a star today. As a matter of fact, over the past few games, it's a top delivery. Left ODI Shah late. I think he had to play at this. Was directly on the off stump. Extra bounce and a good safe catch. Rashid Latif almost obstructing Inzamam-ul-Haq. ODI Shah has gone for 3. England in real trouble now at 38 for 4.
That's close, nearly back onto the stumps. Lively pitch this morning. Hurried Alex Stewart up, plays with a closed face and just missing the stumps. He's played that like an absolute pineapple. It's maybe not a bad tactic from Alex Stewart. Sometimes when the wicket's doing a lot, you need to take a positive approach. He plays and misses, but I think it's all right.
There's no doubt about the movement and extra bounce in this Headingley pitch today. Both Fazal getting that one past Nick Knight's edge, and well played there by Knight, another bit of extra movement, and also Waqar making the ball jump and seam around, and Nick Knight eventually getting out to one which was almost unplayable. Just have a look at how much this ball actually moves from Waqar Younis. It's the pitch rather than the bowler that's done it, and you'll just see where it pitches outside the line of the leg stump, and then it cuts right across towards the offside. That's how much it moved. You need a bat a foot wide to play those.
They got him! Batsman just standing his ground, didn't know whether it carried, but no, that's a clean catch. Paul Collingwood. It's a golden duck. First delivery. This is how it happened.
Well, it is a tough initiation for Collingwood. Perfectly clean catch at about instep height. Yunus Khan, the catcher, and Waqar has another one. 5 for him. All 5, and the total's only 39. Trescothick, Knight, Vaughan, Shah and Collingwood. 5 for Waqar, his previous best 4 for 73 against England in 1992 at Trent Bridge.
Sport on 4, sponsored by Stepstone Online Recruitment. Sport on 4, sponsored by Stepstone Online Recruitment.
Waqar Younis causing chaos at Headingley. Long run, he's always had that. And then this catapulting action when he throws himself at the batsman. It was the most terrific display of fast bowling, not least because he didn't try to bowl too fast. He pitched the ball up, and look at the wickets column. 5 down for England from 45 runs in 15 overs. Very, very disappointing. But Waqar has been superb. He's moved the ball around, as has, for that matter, Fazal. And eventually a ball was overpitched, and Ben Hollioake was able to straight drive. Only the 3rd 4 of the innings. That shows you.
He's trying to hit that away on the onside, and that is out. A leading edge. Looked as though it might have come back a bit from leg stump. It was there to be hit away on the leg side. and Wacker has 6 now.
Eunice, how greedy is he today? He wants to take all the wickets. Alex Stewart's been looking good, playing across, just straightening on him. That's why he gets the leading edge. And a comfortable catch. They're not always easy to take, so coming in over the shoulder. Alex Stewart, top score so far with 18. England, 51 for 6.
This could be problems. Sensible but painful. Ben Hollioaker's got in the road of the throw, but unfortunately he's got it on the elbow. Now that can be very, very painful.
It's a full Monty throw right on the elbow. And why do they call that the funny bone? There's nothing funny about that at all. Eunice starting his last over. And a play and a miss from Dominic Cork. Seen a number of the right-handers in England's side fall, just pushing forward. Some trying to play defensive shots and others just pushing on the up. And you have to ask, for the batsman, when you're sitting there waiting to come in and you see your teammates fall in a similar fashion, and then you go out yourself and play in that same way, it's, are you learning or not? And Dominic Cork got away with that one. He has a chance to make amends and play differently, but I suppose he's just got in his mind, well, I've got to sort of play aggressively, because if I try and hang around, I'm going to nick one eventually anyway.
That's 3 balls in this innings, only 3, but very disconcerting, that have leapt from a good length.
And he's gone. Well, it was a matter of time. Once again, an outside edge from the right-hander, taken by the wicket-keeper, and Wacker Eunice gets another wicket.
There are now 4 players in limited overs internationals who have taken 7 in an innings. Matthias Muralidharan, Aqib Javed and Winston Davis, the West Indian, with the other 3. And here's the 7th for Wacker Eunice that takes him up with them, the outside edge, and caught by the keeper. Rashid Latif, good anticipation. Cork gone for 4, 58 for 7.
England, the lowest ever one-day score the other day of 86. They're 58 for 7 at the moment.
Wacker Eunice has 7 wickets now. He can become the greatest wicket taker ever. He has 2 balls to go, only 2 balls of his permitted 10 overs in this match. 7 for 36 from 9.4 overs at the moment.
Here he comes into Darren Goffrey's last delivery.
Well, there's some applause from Wacker. That was for the fielding, not for himself, because everyone else around the ground is giving him a tremendous ovation, a standing ovation from the Western stand.
Fair comment, I think. It was a marvellous performance from Wacker Eunice. We'll take you through the whole lot. First Trescothick, and then on to Knight, and through the batting. He was around about 78 to 84 mph, but he found the most beautiful length. He moved the ball away from the bat. Remember that we think of him as somebody who can reverse swing the ball in, so he's showing his wonderful all-round versatility as a bowler, but he did get the right length, and at pace, as I say, either side of 80 mph, not his top pace. It was a terrific performance from a cricketer who has sometimes been maligned, but today made sure that those 2 chaps didn't have too much to worry about. So splendid from Waka Younis, whose strike rate in one-day cricket is remarkable. That's a wicket every 30-odd balls. Of course, he has that terrific strike rate of 42, 43 in Test match cricket. Look at the venues where the records have been taken. Sharjah, Headingley, Sharjah, Headingley. Make of that what you will.
Fine shot. Welcome boundary to England. Down the wicket, through the slips. Fazal yet to get a wicket. Oh, so close there. Ouch.
Ben Holyoke, the second England batsman to be hit in the box. Nick Knight took one earlier, and Ben Holyoke in the wars today, been hit in the arm from a throw, attempted run out, and this ball jagging back and taking him right in the place where you don't want it to be.
Akbar's last delivery, and it's gone for 4, like a bullet through mid-off, in the air, but safe. Out, but it's a no ball. Gough survives thanks to the arm of Merv Kitchen and the eyes of Merv Kitchen.
For once this summer, the no ball being called, and it's saving England. And do they need it?
Alan Mullally, the next man in, thought his time had come, just went to get up, and then he saw Merv Kitchen stick his arm out to the side. Just have to wait your turn, Mr. Mullally.
Well done for Zali Akbar. 10 overs, 2 maidens, none for 29 on debut. Whipped out of the Bolton League to play in this game because of injuries. He bowled straight through and in support of his captain, Waka Younis, did a thoroughly good job. Azam Mahmood into the attack and immediately got the ball to move around, and everybody thought that he would be the kind of threat that the opening bowlers had been. That is prodigious movement back to the batsman, but
4 runs. Fine shot from Holyoke. He's on 26. In the air, but safe. Another boundary to Ben Holyoke. Imran Nazir, the cover, nearly pulled it in. Three boundaries to Ben Holyoke off consecutive deliveries. Brilliant batting from the Surrey right-hander. Ben Holyoke's wagon wheel, 30 of his runs coming on the offside. That's unusual. Very strong down the ground straight. Good shot. This will go all the way. Even on the slow outfield and even up the hill. Shows just how well Ben Holyoke is timing the ball today. Manhattan's looking better. Ben Holyoke is the man that's helped build those blocks recently. Did it carry? Darren Gough is standing, and now he's walking, taking the fielder's word that it carried. Saqlain Mushtaq has done it. He's broken this partnership. Darren Gough has decided not to walk now. He's got down to the other end, and Ben Holyoke has stopped him. He said, wait for the decision. This has gone to the third umpire.
Well, I don't see how the umpire can make a decision there. He's made the correct decision, given the Darren Gough the benefit of the doubt. Looks a lot of grass in that ball to me. That ball's been grounded. Don't think you can blame the fielder. He thought he caught it, but the replay shows it hit the ground.
Beautiful shot. Another boundary to Hollyoake. Class. Up comes the 100 for England. It looked a long way off at one point. Thanks to Ben Hollyoake. 3 figures on the board.
Very powerfully swept by Darren Gough, and he picked up 4 runs for that. So wonderful shot by Darren Gough.
He's playing very well, and are England batting themselves into a winning position?
It's 1 short of 50.
Straight as a die, Ben Hollyoake. He missed out there. They've been his big shots. Anything over pitched, he's been ruthless and hit a lot of cover drives and off drives. This one, a perfect straight drive. Perfect. This has gone straight back and knocked over middle stump at the opposite end.
There it is. That's 50 for Ben Hollyoake. Second 50 in one-day internationals for England. And it's come in very, very difficult circumstances for batting. So it's very, very handy and very welcome in the English dressing room. Conditions have been very tough to bat in. That's gone. It's hit like a rocket from Darren Gough. One of the few signs of aggression we've seen from him. Well, that has left a trail in the outfield.
He can bat, Gough, if only he would. So can Ben Hollyoake. Long time since he last raised his bat in an England shirt. It was at Lord's against the Australians, and it's good to see him doing it again. He does have natural ability. There's how he scored his runs. As Dermot Reeve mentioned earlier, more on the offside, which gives you an idea of the good line bowled by Pakistan. And it was difficult, there's no question. Uneven bounce, plenty of movement, conditions favouring seam bowling, so it was a splendid effort of Hollyoake. The worm never, well, just once they're touching 4 and over, but England in trouble after 35 overs at 1-2-1 for 7. I think they need 175 to make a game of it. Pakistan have a magic talent, not that he always uses it. Here's Shahid Afridi.
Bowled in. The change has worked for Shahid Afridi. No turn whatsoever for him. Ben Hollyoake just apparently seeming to play for a little bit of turn. Ball drifted between the gate. Shahid Afridi has broken an outstanding partnership.
Well, this wicket has nothing to do with the pitch. It's all about Ben Hollyoake coming forward, leaving a gap like a green light of a traffic light there. There was a big opening and the ball goes straight through. That's a gift wicket to Pakistan, given that Ben Hollyoake was in. It's just a straight ball. 53, but valuable score, 125 for 8.
Ah, beautiful ball. That is close to unplayable. Caddick did very well to get the edge of the bat to it. Shows there's still plenty in the pitch when that cloud cover's there. Need to go some to stop that. 12th man can't get it because Darren Gough has picked it up and smashed it over deep square leg. Beautiful stroke. Got that away to the left of the man out of deep square now. 150 up for England, 151 for 9. It's very good after their bad start. Latif. That is out. Gough has called Mullally through for the single. Mullally, I'm not sure if he was ready for the call, but he's run out, and England are dismissed for 156.
Well, it was a pity that Darren Gough was left unbeaten, because he did show us signs of his batting skills there. Waqar Younis, the hero of the hour. 7 wickets in a brilliant burst. England all out 156. Only Ben Holyoake and Darren Gough making anything of those really difficult conditions. There to confirm at a rate of 3.6 and over. 7 for 36 for the Pakistan captain.
Sport on 4, sponsored by Stepstone Online Recruitment. Sport on 4, sponsored by Stepstone Online Recruitment.
Well, clearly England were on the wrong end of the toss again. The ball seemed around alarmingly. Notwithstanding that, Waqar Younis was quite brilliant. There is a feeling at the moment that the white ball is doing more than a red ball would do, and Simon Hughes is here with me, has got both balls. What do you think about that?
Well, I totally agree. I think before we come to the balls, we ought to say that when there's any juice in the pitch at Headingley, it does tend to seam around a lot, and that's certainly what Waqar Younis exploited this morning. But looking at these 2 balls here, this is the white ball they've used. It's a reader ball that they use in one-day cricket, and it has a much thicker seam, and more of a ridge in the way, in the middle of the ball, than the Duke, the red ball, which is used for Test cricket. And also, interestingly, the reader doesn't really polish up very well, and that's why we haven't seen the reader ball swing very much in this day-night series. The red ball, the Duke, does tend to swing a lot more because it has a much higher polish on it.
I also get the feeling that the flax here, which is the string effectively that makes up the seam, is stronger, tougher, and that the half seam here is a little prouder. So it could be that that's right, and that the white ball does do a little more. Either way, it's Darren Gough and Andrew Caddick who have to strike for England early on if they're to win this match. Pakistan need 157.
There's the movement.
And Dermot, England with this new ball, absolutely crucial they make a breakthrough.
It's got through, blown past mid-on, all the way to the rope. England not getting off to the start they wanted. There's movement. Big leg cutter from Darren Gough.
Yes, that's right, there was a bit of movement and there was some excess bounce as well, as you can see from where Stewart took that. However, the sun was coming out, conditions clearly were changing as the cloud, well, it just broke up a bit, and that was bound to make it slightly easier for batting. Darren Gough, of course, in search of something owned jointly with Ian Botham at present.
In the air, but safe, and 4. Blown off the batter's side, Anwar. There's the edge, and the catch. Afridi's gone. Gough celebrates. Darren Gough has just become England's leading wicket taker in one-day internationals.
Afridi going for the big one, finding the edge, and Darren Gough, he loves it. He's gone past Botham's record, and he wants to let everyone know. Jared Afridi gone for 2. Pakistan 21 for 1.
Well, when he took that wicket, it was a Botham-like celebration, and he was immediately acknowledging the great man, of course, up in his own commentary box. Gough then 146 wickets, Botham 145. He's played a fair few less wickets, Gough, and he's got them a touch cheaper as well. And he bowed in deference, because we all still love our beefy.
Down the hill. Beats Michael Vaughan to the rope. Razak off the mark. Beautiful shot, lovely timing from Anwar. Just a flick of the wrists, and enough to take it to the boundary. Good reply, and is there an edge? The finger's up. Anwar's got to go. Merv Kitchen gives him the finger. Another catch to Stewart. 2 wickets to Goff. England in this game.
Aaron Goff on target again. And the faintest of edges, I think, through to Alex Stewart. He's in no doubt. Sayed Anwar gone for 24. Pakistan 34 for 2.
Yeah, Goff finding the right length and the main threat. Caddick didn't get it quite right. Mullally did when he came on. It was important that the support bowlers did all that they could. Pakistan fine on run rate after 10 overs, 35 for 2. We mix it into 15 overs, 44 for 2, and Caddick has now switched ends and is bowling rather better from the bottom end of the ground, and we mix it again, 20 overs, 52 for 2. So Caddick and Mullally exerting some control and the scoring rate dropping, and Goff approving of what they were doing by pirouetting them. All in all, a very decent performance through that little period by England, but you sensed that things weren't quite going their way. Certainly Mullally sensed that, as half chances were just out of reach. That was Inzamam fielding earlier in the day. They've said that he will only bat if necessary, but he certainly hasn't come in at number 4. He will, though, come in at number 4 or 5 maybe for England in the test matches. That thumb is fine, and Nasser should be ready and may play indeed for Essex against the Australians reasonably soon now. Dominic Cork on to bowl. The support bowlers, they've got to do their bit.
Once again, making the mistake of straying to the onside. It was a no ball, and it'll be a boundary. Well, and there's a huge shot from Razak. Well, we've been talking about the ball being pitched too short. That one was pitched full, and he's hit it for the maximum. That's really giving Mullally some treatment.
Well, we're talking about bowling falls the right length. This has got to be a premeditated shot from Razak. He's decided that if it's up, it's off, and that's gone way into the crowd.
Wrong line once again from Dominic Cork, and that'll be another 4 and a broken fence. He's really got to sort this line out. It's not good enough. We're stressing the point that they haven't scored enough with the bat. He can't afford to let it go down the straight to the onside.
Very intelligent batting from Pakistan. The Manhattan start shows that. They've failed to lose any further wickets after those initial 2, and they're batting sensibly, picking off the bad ball and making sure that they stay calm. Still 74 if Pakistan are to win the game.
Sport on 4, sponsored by Stepstone Online Recruitment. Sport on 4, sponsored by Stepstone Online Recruitment.
A reminder of the league table in the NatWest series. England out of the competition. Australia and Pakistan will play in the final at Lord's next Saturday. Look how well Razak and Johanna are doing. A partnership of 53, 87 for 2. They're taking it away from England.
This is a classic example of why Dominic Cork is such a frustrating cricketer for England. The first ball of his last over, excellent delivery, seamed and bounced, and Alex Stewart really gives him a compliment there, so that's the place to bowl Dominic. But the rest of the over, well, that's not a bad delivery, but they managed to get a single off it, and that's quite a good length, but not much movement or extra bounce. Then he starts to veer towards leg stump, and there, well, that's just a bit short, not particularly hard to play, and the last ball sliding down the leg side. Bad ball, 4 runs, and it just looks as if the international world is falling in on Dominic Cork.
Beautiful stroke. There have been some fine offside strokes played in the last few overs. There's jubilation, Pakistan fans there. England did a good job to set them a target.
Razak got a lot of power behind that shot. Flew past backward point, had enough power to beat third man, who wasn't all that far away from it.
I think he picked it.
Abdur Razak really enjoyed this slower ball from Ben Hollyoak. He just waited a fraction longer, and a big swing, the middle of the bat. Just short of the rope. One bounce four, and good commitment from the outfielders in the stands. Big swing of the bat. There's one way of getting yourself on television.
Safe. There is a man, third man. It'll slow up enough for Darren Goff to get around to it. 100 up for Pakistan. That's a fine shot. Once again, it'll slow up just inside the boundary rope. And it's a very good save.
Brilliant cricket all round. Apart, if you like, from the delivery. But Abdur Razak. Well, everyone's a coconut to him at the moment. Isn't that bad a ball? Big cut shot. And then Paul Collingwood. Well, you won't get better than this. That is commitment. Saved his team a run.
Wonderful fielding from Collingwood. He almost had it getting away from him, then he recovered in the slide. Fine shot. Two very good knocks from Yusuf Yohana and Abdur Razak, who now has reached his half-century. He's 9th in limited overs internationals.
Abdur Razak's turned it up here at Headingley, entertaining the crowd. 80 balls for 52 not out, 5 fours and a 6.
Get 3 for that. Normally it would go for 4, but that slow outfield we're talking about will take its toll.
Abdur Razak is an exceptionally gifted cricketer in the field with the ball and with the bat, able to score runs all around the wicket. A splendid performance from a cricketer who we're going to see for a long time. He's only 21 years of age. No luck for anybody else bar Darren Goff, so England turned to Paul Collingwood, who was to continue a terrifying exposure to international cricket.
Almost premeditated, I think. It was a case of I know you're coming at me, and here I am. Just waiting for the umpire to check exactly where it has landed.
It wasn't all that short from Paul Collingwood, but it got the treatment anyway. Another one bounce 4 to Razak.
Once again, he's got that away through extra cover, and it's 4.
It's been a topsy-turvy sort of day for the England captain Alex Stewart, coming out to bat at 10:46 after the first ball of the day had dismissed Marcus Trescothick. But then there were some signs of the old Alex Stewart early on, with some beautiful off drives off Waqar Younis, getting his score going, but signs that there was a bit of uneven bounce in the pitch, and England's innings started to fall apart. Stewart was the 6th of Waqar Younis's wickets, and England really didn't make all that many runs. Stewart then in the field, having to try and raise his team's game, raise morale, and early on there were signs that Darren Goff could do that. That was a real humming delivery through to the keeper, but later on all the bowling came the same to the Pakistani middle order batsmen, and really the only constant today has been Alex's pre-ball routine: right glove, left glove, turning the collar up each side. I'm afraid captaining this side in one-day cricket is a bit of a chin-stroking business.
Oh yes, given Cork has got a wicket, and that will be very welcome for him. He's raising his palms for his teammates, but I think for a higher authority as well.
Hana's gone for 24, Pakistan 128 for 3.
Waqar Younis, the star of the Pakistan bowling performance, 7 for 36. Excellent innings from Ben Holyoke, and Darren Gough good in support. Pakistan cruising.
Sit that in the air, and that's gone. Just swiveling on that, Younis can. Too short once again from Dominic Cork, and the line was all wrong. A big swing by Abdur Razak, and he's been given out by umpire hold-up. Razak's not happy at all. Eventually manages to recollect himself and walk off. So another wicket for Dominic Cork. Just 8 needed by Pakistan. And there's 4 of them. Whipped away through the leg side. Once again, we have another invasion. This is really, really a sad sight. The game is not over by any means. Well, certainly the runs haven't been scored. The crowd thinks it is.
This game is not over. Pakistan are still short of the total, and that total on the board is incorrect. It should be 153. And this is a farce.
Dear oh dear, and after all the warnings at Edgbaston as well, one can't believe that the security was up to scratch. That is Stephen Spate, the steward who in the end needed to be stretchered away, and he is in hospital. And he has a problem. He has 2 broken ribs. He has a problem with his spleen that they're investigating overnight. And I think we can be quite certain of what Alex Stewart and Waqar Younis were talking about. England conceded the match. They didn't go back out, so Pakistan win it by 6 wickets.
The good, the bad and the ugly at Headingley today. I'm with Waqar Younis and Darren Gough, who are part of the good. First, Waqar, A, congratulations on the performance, but B, on your magnificent bowling. You're not past it.
Yeah, thanks very much. I think it was one of those days when you're bowling at the right length, and the guys just kept nicking it, and some great catches back at the stumps.
It seemed to be a very big toss to win. The ball really moved around.
Looking forward for this Nottingham.